Oh boy, WOTC announced new formats for us to play? Oh, this is gonna be exciting! I lied. It's not actually very exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the first bit of this out of the way. I think that it's great that Wizards is trying to innovate on what Commander is, since that's most of all of what Magic the Gathering is right now. That's fine, but what I do need to cover is exactly how they're planning on doing it. Let's go over the good first. There's two formats they're trying to push on us, and one of them I'm A-okay with. It's not a format we didn't already have, but just follow me, okay? The first one, which is the second one in their announcement, so it's not the one that they want to headline with, is Two-Headed Giant Commander Knight. Looking to share the joys of Commander with your friends? No. At Two-Headed Giant Commander Knights, players can join forces in 2-on-2 games of Commander. That's something you were already able to do. Two-Headed Giant has existed for decades. Here, you'll team up with another player of your choice, or be paired with another attendee for some casual multiplayer games. If you're looking to introduce a friend to in-store play, or want a casual place to test your Commander deck, these events are perfect for you. Participants will receive a Commander Play promo card while supplies last, with additional prizes being awarded at your local game store's discretion. I can't wait to see local game stores in my area conveniently lose these promos and then sell them 3 months later. Not that I've ever seen that happen. I just worry sometimes. Anyway, okay, so Two-Headed Giant is something that's existed in Magic the Gathering for a very long time, and it's one of my favorite ways to play Magic, but I like it mostly when we're playing something like Draft so that everybody is on a more even playing field. If we are playing Two-Headed Giant Commander, I know how this is going to end up going. You're going to end up having the enabling deck, and then you're going to end up having the combo deck, and they're going to come together, and they're going to do their thing. But who knows? This is just what happens when people optimize Commander anyway. I do not hate this. I am happy that this is a thing that Wizards wants to send product out for stores to utilize so that they can get people into the store playing the game. That's entirely fine. Now that Wizards has basically understood that, yeah, Standard is not the format that most people are playing, and Modern is not, and everything else is not, and much to my chagrin, I like 60-card competitive formats. That's not where the game is right now for the majority of players. So making sure that there are more events at stores where these players are, that's fine. I'd prefer having a larger push for non-Commander events, because Commander players are going to play Commander at the game store no matter what you do or say. So I really would personally rather have non-Commander events pushed as hard as possible, because how else are you going to get players to play anything other than Commander? Suffering from success, I guess. But that's just me. I'm happy that they're doing this because I like Two-Headed Giant. I just want other things than Commander to be played in stores. But, okay. So, I said that there are two announcements, and this was the one that I don't have much of an issue with. And that's true, because the next one is a little egregious. The next one puts a sour taste in my mouth. So let's go ahead and go to the top of the article. Get ready to play Commander with friends, both old and new, at your local game store as part of our increased efforts to evolve and expand in-store play for all formats. We're introducing new ways to play Magic's most popular format, Commander. Starting with Edge of Eternities, we'll be launching more specialized Commander events at participating Wizards game stores. These offer new ways to play and new ways to earn special promo cards, previously called Commander Party promo cards. These can be earned at any eligible Commander play events, starting with Edge of Eternities. That way, you can score sweet promos regardless of your preferred way to play. These new events include Commander Box League and Two-Headed Giant Commander Knight. Well, we've already read about Two-Headed Giant Commander Knight, so what's the Box League? Looking to bring some limited vibes to your Commander games? Join your local game store's Commander Box League during pre-release week. Running from the start of the set's pre-release events up until its tabletop release. These are great ways to get introduced to a new Magic set. Here, you'll build a brand new 60-card Commander deck. That's not Commander. From the contents of your Play Booster box. Then play games throughout the week. To help players build exciting and effective decks, we're adopting some of the paradigms of Commander Draft for Commander Sealed. Here are the basic rules you need to know. You will construct a 60-card deck out of the contents of a single Play Booster box. Let me get this straight. Booster boxes have been increasing in price every few months. And the amount, we fluctuate between these things becoming too expensive or being just expensive enough, but we got rid of some of the booster packs in it in order to compensate. We've been seeing the value of booster boxes go down. Let's say that. Value of booster boxes has been going down for players for a long time. And Wizard says, oh no! We did this. This is our fault. We ruined the Play Booster experience. We were the ones that kept jacking up the prices. We were the ones that split the booster box into 2 different booster boxes for some stupid reason. We were the ones that did all of this, and it was bad for our game. Quick, we fixed it with Play Booster boxes. Kind of. There's certainly issues with the limited environment and Play Booster boxes, but that's not my forte to talk about. I just know that I hear those complaints around the grapevine. So what does Wizards do to fix this issue and go, no, please, buy our product. Don't buy singles all the time. Buy our product where we can make all of the money from it. That's what you need to be doing. Don't be responsible with your money. Join a league. Have not just a couple people in your store with a lot of money pick up the play booster boxes and then trade with those people. No. We need all of them. Everybody in your store to buy one booster box. Every player, every 2 months, should have $130 to drop on Magic the Gathering right now. This is what we want. We want you to drop 2 brand new video games worth of money every single couple months so that you can play in this exciting new booster box league. And all your friends are doing it. So if you don't do it, then you're going to feel a sense of FOMO. They're not just playing Commander, they're playing booster box Commander with each other and without you. And if you want to play with them for a limited time only, go buy a booster box. What's that? You can't afford a booster box. Stop being poor. Wizards, what the fuck are you thinking? Hey, real quick, if you've gotten to this point in the video, thank you very much for watching so far. I do want to ask you one huge favor, though. Could you please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification icon, and maybe even share this video with others if you think that the opinions matter and they are something that you want other people to talk about. I know I'm complaining about whales and Magic, but I am going to also plug, maybe if you want to financially support me by picking up one of the channel playmats that rep the channel, that would be amazing. Also, but if you want to grab something from Manipool, then please consider checking out my link in the description below right about here-ish. And thank you for your time. You can include anything you open inside your Play Booster box, but not any promos you receive. That means you can include the contents of any box topper packs, but not things like buy a box promos. Your deck can include multiple copies of cards you open with the same name. Then it's not Commander. You ignore the color identity rule in deck building. Then it's not Commander. Play any legal Commander you open, and then fill your deck with cards of any color. The color identity of your Commander still applies to cards like Arcane Signet to explicitly refer to the color identity. Games are played in pods of 3 to 4 players with normal Commander rules. You start at 40 life, track Commander damage, and so on. So, it's a way to build a limited standard deck with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck Master. That's what it is. Please buy boxes, people! Please buy our boxes! We've previously hosted these kind of events at MagicCon, so we're excited to bring them to your local game store. The first round of Commander Box Leagues will be held alongside Edge of Eternity's pre-release events, running from July 25th to 31st. Fire up your rocket boosters and crack some packs. Pay us money. Pay us lots of money. Also, if you want your Black Lotus membership at the con, that'll be over $1,000. Because fuck you. I don't know if decisions like this come from Wizards of the Coast or come from Hasbro. I would assume they come from Hasbro because they're not really meeting players where they are. Yeah, players buy a lot of product when there's stuff that they want, but this is just a FOMO way to try to artificially increase your product sales. That's all it is. Doing these events at major conventions makes sense. The people who are there are already curated to be the people who are willing to spend an extra amount of money in order to play Magic. You can get away with doing a lot of stuff like this at a convention because con goers are there to spend money on con things. Whenever I budget for a con, I always have the amount of money I need for the hotel, the amount of money that I need for the travel expenses, the amount of money I need for food, the amount of money I need for the ticket, and after that, the amount of money I need to get something from the convention, because walking the convention floor, I'm going to want to support some artist in the maker's market, or if there's a Magic vendor there, they're going to be selling something at a decent deal that I'm going to want to pick up there that'll be like 30% less than what I could get anywhere else. That's where I got all my fetch lands from. I went to the Too Many Games convention shortly after the Modern Horizons 3 release, and a vendor bought a ton of fetch lands that people had been cracking out of their new packs and sold me the fetch lands for $8 each. That's why I have fetch lands. I had a small handful of them before, but I'm able to have 3 in every deck now because I was able to get them for a really reduced rate. That's the cool thing about cons, and that's why you bring extra money to cons to pick stuff up. And that's why events like this will work at cons, because when you're at a convention, people are expecting to pay that extra money. But when you are in a card shop where there's a handful of whales, a handful of people who pick up what they need to stay competitively viable, and then everybody else who kind of scrapes along with whatever they can throw together, this isn't meeting the players where they are. This is, in fact, saying, yes, our game is more expensive. Yes, we're making it more expensive, and that sucks for you. We're just going to go ahead and make things even more expensive for you. Again, what's that? You want to participate in this cool league that your friends are playing in? Well, for a limited time only, buy a box right now, and then you'll be able to. I understand that Magic the Gathering is, in essence, a luxury hobby. It is. But that doesn't mean that the word luxury should mean anything more than superfluous, right? When I think a luxury hobby, I'm thinking a hobby I have the luxury of spending a couple extra dollars on, not something that takes hundreds of my dollars every month just because I want to participate in some random FOMO thing. FOMO, for those who may not know the acronym, not that anybody doesn't in this day and age, it's fear of missing out. Having a expensive product that needs to be purchased within a limited amount of time is definitionally a fear of missing out product, because you're not selling the box per se, you're trying to sell the experience of playing in a box league with people. But here's the thing that's confusing about this. I've seen stores do Commander Leagues, and the way that a store usually does a Commander League is there's a participation entry fee where you'll pay, say, $40. That is enough to cover your entry, and then you'll get or probably $50. That'll cover your entry, and then it'll cover your first deck. You'll pick up a deck and maybe a couple booster packs. And then every week, at the beginning and end of the league, you're able to grab a handful of booster packs and add them to your deck, so that these leagues end up taking place over the course of several weeks or even several months, with players tuning and adjusting their decks as they go, going from pre-con to modified pre-con to maybe optimized pre-con if they get lucky with the stuff that's in their packs. These types of leagues cost about the same amount of money as the limited play booster box experience, but they take place over a longer period of time, have less of a feeling of FOMO, are more organic, and are built through the community itself. and players are able to spend money in increments as opposed to all at once. Those types of events meet players where they are, far more than this does. This seems to be just another way for Wizards to try to push selling a box on you, irrespective of how good the box is going to be. And we've had some duds in the past. Now, I'm not saying Edge of Eternities is going to be a dud. If anything, it looks like it's going to be great. Magic the Gathering and Starship battles. I'm hoping that it doesn't turn out to be another hat set, but so far it doesn't seem to be that. So, while I'm excited to play with Edge of Eternities, and I'm excited for some of the new rule stuff that happened with it too, like being able to play vehicles as commanders. Neato. That's cool. This, though, just reeks of not just trying to attract whales, because you can't have a commander league with only the whales. You don't have enough whales in commander per card shop. You're going to need most of your card shop participating in this. This feels like an artificial way to increase those sales, and I'm not super happy about it, and I think we should make fun of it. This is the type of thing that belongs at conventions, and I agree that it works very well at conventions. It's not the kind of thing that involves, or it's not the kind of thing that can just be lifted and put into a card shop and see success. The reason that you don't modify the commander deck, as it were, more than just what's in the box, is because at a convention you have the one tournament to play in, and then you go home. A commander league, any league, should have a base box that you build from, whether it be a starter deck or the Foundation's beginner's kit or what have you, and then from that base box, you build out, you upgrade, you optimize, you get to customize it and have more fun as you go. That's what a league is. This isn't what a league is. This is just trying to get you to buy another box. I've hammered that point home. I think. I love Commander as a format. I love Magic the Gathering as a game. This feels like an insult to the players. It really does. Come on. You should be adapting this thing a little better for players. Drafting works because drafting does not require you to buy an entire fucking box to participate. This is not drafting. This is not pre-release. This is 3 times as expensive as a pre-release, 6 times as expensive as a draft. This is nutty. And it's not great. But, that all said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. This has been an unscripted rant about something that is just silly. Come on, Wizards. Come on. You can do better than that. Insert end of video tagline here. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Kiratorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fireshard. Thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.